Senator Lindsey Graham from the great state of South Carolina is with us now. Senator Graham, great to talk to you today.
Thank you.
People last night, were declaring the war on terror over. I want you to hear this, Senator Graham. Now, this is Peter Bergen on CNN. Let's listen.
Killing bin Laden is the end of the war on terror. We can just sort of announce that right now. Without him, al-Qaeda, there's no one who can replace him in al-Qaeda.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
And generally I like Peter. I can't believe that someone as smart as him would say that. This al-Qaeda menace is going to be with us for a very long time. Someone will replace bin Laden tomorrow. People are jubilant in Times Square. SEAL recruiting is going to go up. I can guarantee al-Qaeda will use this moment to increase their recruiting. The Iranian regime getting a nuclear weapon is a bigger threat to us than al-Qaeda at the moment. What is our policy when it comes to getting rid of Gaddafi? The war on terror through Gaddafi, the Iranian desires to get a nuclear weapon, Assad killing his own people, al-Qaeda getting a new leader. We're just beginning. It's going to be with us for the rest of this century, and you don't win the war by killing one person. You create systems to protect you, national security systems. You help moderate Muslims where you can find them to fight back within their own country. To anyone who believes that we can leave Afghanistan now because of this doesn't understand the consequences of leaving. If we left Afghanistan in July 2011, Pakistan would fall.
Yeah, well, I mean, clearly the Pakistanis knew where bin Laden was. I mean, that's so much for being against unilateral action, Senator Graham. I mean, how many times did we hear this president say, we can't act alone? We had to.
Well, look at Peter's statement, this ends the war. If you believe that the elements of the Pakistani government or security services are aiding bin Laden, that means that the war is deeper and more complex than anybody wanted to believe. If it is true that this compound was within 100 yards of a Pakistani military installation, that is chilling. They're definitely double dealing, but that would be new news to most of us. What about Mullah Omar, the leader of the Taliban, who took over after the Russians left and invited bin Laden into Afghanistan where he planned the attacks of 9/11? We believe he's in Quetta in Pakistan. We need to put pressure on the Pakistan government and military to get in the fight. The biggest threat to Afghanistan is sanctuaries in Pakistan. So what have we learned from bin Laden's operation? That we got the best military in the world, but Pakistan is becoming more of a problem than the solution that even I envisioned.
Well, the fact that it was on the doorstep of a military academy. No, I mean, it's just, you can't write this.
Hey, Laura,
you can't make this up.
It would be like he was living in Chevy Chase. I mean, he's not living in some tunnel in South Carolina. He's living, within miles of the capital of Islamabad, apparently like a king.
What was your reaction to the White House's statement that Osama bin Laden was buried according to Islamic law?
I think President Bush rightly tried to make the point that we're not at war with the Islamic religion, we're at war with an extremist. When we captured other terrorists, we did the same thing on Bush's watch. We make a great deal of effort to let the world know that in Guantanamo Bay itself, the religious sensitivities of Islam are followed. I don't have a problem with that. I think it is important to distinguish between Muslims and terrorists.
But why are we saying we buried his body according to Islamic law, though? I mean, it's fine to. I mean, I think you're right about the larger point, but do we really have to say that?
No, and I don't know why we felt the need to dispose of it in 24 hours, quite frankly.
Right, odd. Why? Where's the photo? First of all, I want the photo.
I'm sure there are photos, but to me that is taking it too far. President Bush went to a mosque right after 9/11. He had the right instincts. But here's the lessons to be learned. There's some people you can work with, and there's some people you're going to have to kill. And that's the way the world is. We're not going to negotiate with Gaddafi. We got to get him. We got to put enough pressure for him to leave or kill him. We're not going to be able to negotiate with the Iranians from weakness. We got to do it from strength. And I don't know why we disposed of the body in 24 hours. To me, that didn't make a lot of sense. That is taking.
Why is he deserving any respect at all? I mean, from the United States, his body or his life, any of it. I mean, he doesn't deserve any respect. I just, to me, that was just very strange. I don't know what to make of it, but it just seemed very odd of all the things to do. Do you think he should have given President Bush some credit last night in that speech?
Yes, I think he should have said, quite frankly, that what was started by President Bush has now been ended, and the common theme is great men and women of the intelligence community and the military risking their lives, and we have now closed a chapter. We picked up the gauntlet from President Bush. This is the time to recognize our men and women in the military. That would have gone over very, very well.
Yeah, it would have been classy.
Was a missed opportunity. But our Republican presidential candidates need to focus on national security and the inconsistent policies of this administration.